Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.
So welcome back to our Alley Review Series Practice Quiz, and we now have part 13 of our History and Theory of Architecture. So instructions before proceeding with the quiz, it is best to get a piece of paper muna, cut lengthwise, and then write down numbers 1 to 30 so that when you are ready, you can now start with the quiz, and for every question, write down the corresponding letter of your best choice or answer from the multiple choice. And you will be given 10 seconds to finalize your answer. At the end of the quiz, count the total number of your correct answers and check your score rating. So if you are ready, we can now start. Number 1. The prehistoric tomb composed of standing stones capped with a large horizontal slab. A dolmen, B. Menhir, C. Tumulus, and D. cromlech. And our correct answer is letter A, dolmen. So a dolmen or portal tomb is a type of single-chamber megalithic tomb, usually consisting of 2 or more upright megaliths supporting a large flat horizontal capstone or table. These structures are often found covered by earth or smaller stones, forming a tumulus or burial mound. They are usually associated with the Neolithic period and are thought to have served as burial chambers or sites for rituals. Number 2. In the bahay na bato, what do you call the space on the ground floor used for storing the karosa? A. Azotea, B. Saguan, C. Sala, and D. Comun. And our correct answer is letter B, Saguan. So a saguan is the space on the ground floor of a bahay na bato, typically used to store the karosa. Ito yung carriage na ginagamit sa mga procession. Azotea is an open terrace or balcony on the upper floor. And sala is the main living room on the upper floor. So ito yung sample floor plan ng bahay na bato. Yung saguan yung nasa ground floor. Dito nakalagay yung mga karosa. At yung nasa taas is the azotea o parang porch na parang balcony sa taas, and we have the sala. Okay, ang kitchen is the kusina, dining room is the comedor, and the bedrooms are the kwarto. Number 3, sleeping quarter for monks. A. Presbytery, B. Refectory, C. Diaconicon, and D. Cloister. And our correct answer is letter D, cloister. So cloister is a covered walk or open courtyard within a monastery, typically with a garden or space for quiet contemplation. While not exactly a sleeping quarter, the term cloister is often used to describe the monastic area that includes dormitories or the sleeping quarters, as well as the other key parts of monastic life. It refers broadly to the residential and communal areas for monks. A presbytery is the area around the altar in a church reserved for clergy. A refectory is the dining hall in a monastery, and diaconicon is a room in Eastern churches used to store vestments and liturgical items, and not for sleeping. Number 4. A wide, low-pitched gable surrounding a colonnade or a major division of a facade. A. Tympanum, B. Pediment, C. Stylobate, and D. Acroterium. And our correct answer is letter B, pediment. So a pediment is a triangular gable, often with a low pitch, that sits above a colonnade or a major section of a facade in classical architecture. A tympanum is the triangular area within the pediment, yung nasa loob ng pediment, no? Where sculptures or reliefs are often placed. A stylobate is the platform upon which a row of columns is set, forming the base of the colonnade. And acroterium is a sculpture or ornament placed on the apex or corners of a pediment. So ito yung types of pediments natin. No? Meron tayong Greek, Roman, and the Roman Corinthian. And ito yung type na tawag natin na broken pediment. We have the curve also, and the triangular one. So number 5. In Greek architecture, this is synonymous to cella, A. Pronaos, B. Naos, C. Epinaos, D. Epistodomos. And our correct answer is letter B, Naos. So cella is the naos, the central chamber of a Greek temple where the cult statue of the deity was housed. So ito yun. No? Ang pronaos is the porch area at the front of the naos, and epinaos is used interchangeably sometimes with naos. The epinaos refers to the back chamber of the temple, often behind the naos, and opistodomos is another term for the back chamber of the temple, often used synonymously with the epinaos. So ito yon. Number 6. What is considered the birthplace of Italian Renaissance art and architecture? A. Sicily, B. Florence, C. Venice, and D. Rome. And our correct answer is letter B, Florence. So Florence is widely recognized as the center of the Italian Renaissance, where the movement began and flourished with key artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Donatello. Number 7. The architect of the Paco train station. A. Michael Graves, B. William Parsons, C. Daniel Burnham, and D. I.M. Pei. And our correct answer is William Parsons. So resembling the Penn Station in New York, the station was designed by William E. Parsons, the man behind the notable structures of the Philippines under the early years of American rule, which include the Manila Hotel, the Customs Office in Cebu City, the Manila Army and Navy Club Building, the Manila Elks Club, the Philippine General Hospital, the Philippine Normal School, the original provincial capital of Laguna, province in Santa Cruz, and the University Hall of the University of the Philippines in Manila, and the Mansion House in Baguio. Number 8. Architecture of the curved lines. A. Baroque, B. Art Nouveau, C. Art Deco, and D. Moorish. And our correct answer is letter B, Art Nouveau. So Art Nouveau is characterized by its asymmetry and flowing organic forms heavily inspired by nature, often featuring sweeping curves, sinuous lines reminiscent of plant stems and flowers. Art Nouveau is the style best associated with architecture of the curved lines. Baroque, on the other hand, is dramatic, grand, and richly ornamented, but with more dynamic forms and theatrical effects than flowing lines. Art Deco is known for geometric shapes, symmetry, and bold lines rather than curves. And Moorish features horseshoe arches, intricate tilework, and geometric patterns, and not known for free-flowing curved lines. Number 9. Architecture that reaches new heights. A. Gothic, B. Rococo, C. Baroque, and D. Roman. And our correct answer is letter A, Gothic. So Gothic architecture is known for its towering structures with pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and flying buttresses, allowing for significantly taller buildings compared to previous styles like Romanesque. Number 10. Tallest church in the world as of now. A. Alminster, B. Sagrada Familia, C. Westminster Cathedral, and D. Nin Cathedral. And our correct answer is letter A, Alminster. Now, the Alminster, or Ulmer Munster in Ulm, Germany, is the tallest church in the world. Its spire reaches a height of 161.53 meters, or 530 feet. Number 11, the loftiest vault cathedral. A. Bauhaus Cathedral, B. Winchester Cathedral, C. Alminster, and D. Nin Cathedral. And our correct answer is letter A, Bauhaus Cathedral. So this cathedral is known for its ambitious design, specifically a square with the tallest Gothic vault ever built, reaching 47.5 meters or 156 feet in height. Number 12, the rebirth of the classics. A. Renaissance, B. Classical, C. Egyptian, and D. Romanesque. And our correct answer is letter E, A. Renaissance. So the Renaissance is a historical period in Europe that marked a revival of interest in classical learning, particularly the art, literature, and architecture of ancient Greece and Rome. The word Renaissance itself means rebirth in French. Number 13, cathedral having the Five Sisters window. A. Westminster Cathedral, B. York Minster Cathedral, C. Alminster, and D. Nin Cathedral. And our correct answer is B. York Minster Cathedral. So the Five Sisters window is a famous feature of York Minster. So ito yun, lima. And cathedral in New York, England. It is located in the north transept and consists of 5 narrow lancet windows. Number 14, Roman-like architecture. A. Romanesque, B. Baroque, C. Romania, and D. Romantic. And our correct answer is letter A, Romanesque. So Romanesque architecture directly refers to a style that resembles ancient Roman architecture with features like rounded arches and massive stonework. Number 15. The part of a mosque which is referred to as the screen. A. Fawara, B. Dika, C. Patani, and D. Maksura. And our correct answer is letter D, Maksura. So Maksura is a screened enclosure near the mihrab in a mosque, reserved for a ruler or important person during prayer. It acts as a protective barrier, hence referred to as a screen. Fawara is a fountain, usually in the mosque courtyard, used for ablution. And Dika is a raised platform for a muezzin or reciter to lead prayers or repeat them aloud. Number 16, it is the city in Italy that is described as vital of social life at every level. Artists who excelled in several arts achieve high status in society. Craft guilds with both religious connotations is the birthplace of Renaissance. A. Sicily. B. Pompeii. C. Venice. And D. Florence. And our correct answer is letter D, Florence. So Florence is the birthplace of the Renaissance, where artists gained high status and craft guilds with religious ties were central to social life. So number 17, who erected the entrance piazza surrounded by 284 Ionic columns to the St. Peter's Basilica in Rome? A. Fabian Niclotti, A. Michelangelo Buonarroti, C. Bramante, and D. Bernini. And our correct answer is letter D, Bernini. So the architect who designed the entrance piazza surrounded by 284 Ionic columns at St. Peter's Basilica is Gian Lorenzo Bernini. While St. Peter's Basilica itself went through many design phases and involved architects like Bramante, Michelangelo, and Maderno, the monumental piazza was designed by Bernini in the 17th century. Ito yung open space surrounded by colonnades, no? The piazza of St. Peter. This was designed by Bernini in the 17th century. The colonnades with their 284 columns are a key feature of Bernini's design. Number 18. What do you call the period in Spanish Renaissance architecture where architecture designs had a similarity to silversmith's work? A. Plateresque, B. Rococo, C. Churrigueresque, and D. Manueline. And our correct answer is letter A, Plateresque. So the Spanish Renaissance architectural style with design similar to silversmith's work is called Plateresque. The term Plateresque is derived from the Spanish word platero, meaning silversmith, due to the style's intricate and decorative ornamentation. Number 19. In French, this is called the architecture ogival. A. Gothic architecture, B. Roman architecture, C. Baroque architecture, and D. Renaissance architecture. And our correct answer is letter A, Gothic architecture. So the architecture ogival directly translates to Gothic architecture in French due to the characteristic pointed arches or ogives that define the style. 20. It forms one of the famous building groups in the world, a cathedral, baptistery, campanile, and camposanto. A. Pisa Cathedral, B. Winchester Cathedral, C. Montreal Cathedral, D. Manila Cathedral. And our correct answer is letter A, Pisa Cathedral. So the Piazza dei Miracoli, or Square of Miracles in Pisa, Italy, includes the Pisa Cathedral, this one, the Baptistery, and the Campanile, or the Leaning Tower, and the Camposanto, or the Cemetery. These buildings collectively form a famous architectural complex. 21. It is a Renaissance movement that is described as vivid, virile, intense, free, decorative, and illogical. A. Palladian architecture, B. Proto-Baroque architecture, C. Baroque architecture, and D. Rococo architecture. And our correct answer is letter D, Rococo architecture. So the description, vivid, virile, intense, free, decorative, and illogical, fits Rococo architecture because Rococo is known for its ornate, whimsical, and decorative style. It often lacks the structural logic and grandeur of Baroque, leaning towards playfulness, asymmetry, and lightness. While Proto-Baroque architecture did begin to shift toward more dramatic and expressive forms, it was still relatively restrained and rooted in classical logic and structure. While Proto-Baroque is a transition phase, the correct answer for the given description is still Rococo architecture. Number 22. How many years was the Notre Dame built? A. 148 years. B. 184 years. C. 182 years. And D. 168 years. And our correct answer is letter C, 182 years. So the construction of the Notre Dame Cathedral began in 1163 and was completed in 1345. This spanned a period of 182 years. Number 23. What is Gaudi's work that was also called the Quarry? A. Sagrada Familia. B. Parkwell. C. Casa Mila. And D. Casa Batlló. And our correct answer is letter C, Casa Mila. So Casa Mila is known as La Pedrera, which translates to the quarry, due to its rough, stone-like facade. Number 24. What did the Egyptians use to create a perfect planar base of the pyramid? A. Level tool. B. Dug tunnel around the building area and filled it with water. And C. Ancient tool that is equivalent to a carpenter's level. And D. Flood the site with water. And our correct answer is letter B, dug tunnel around the building area and filled it with water. So the Egyptians used a technique where they dug trenches around the intended pyramid site, filled them with water, and then leveled the surface by removing excess material above the water level, effectively creating a flat base. Number 25. Architect of Temple of Zeus Agrigentum. A. Antestatis. B. Porinos. C. Khufu. And D. Imhotep. So our correct answer is letter A, Antestatis. So Antestatis is one of the architects traditionally associated with Greek temples, including the Temple of Zeus at Agrigentum or Akragas in Sicily. The temple, also known as the Temple of Olympian Zeus, was one of the largest Doric temples ever constructed. On the other hand, the Temple of Zeus at Olympia, the architect is Libon of Elis. Khufu is an Egyptian pharaoh associated with the Great Pyramid of Giza, and Imhotep is an ancient Egyptian architect of the Step Pyramid of Djoser. 26. What is an opus tessellatum? A. Brick layout. B. Mosaic. C. Mural. And D. Collage. And our correct answer is letter B, mosaic. So opus tessellatum is the Latin name for the normal technique of Greek and Roman mosaic made from tesserae that are larger than about 4 mm. So 27. What was the prototype of the pyramid? A. Menhir. B. Dolmen. C. Mastaba. And D. Step pyramid. And our correct answer is letter C, mastaba. So a mastaba was a rectangular flat-roofed tomb structure built of mud bricks or stone in ancient Egypt, which served as the foundation for the development of the pyramid design. The first pyramid, that is the step pyramid of Djoser, this one, was essentially a series of stacked mastabas. So from mastaba to step pyramid to the true pyramid. So ito yung evolution. The mastaba is the first royal tombs called mastabas built at Abydos during the first and second dynasties. The step pyramid was built during the third dynasty as the tomb for Pharaoh Djoser. And the bent pyramid here at Dashur was built during the end of 20th century BC by Sneferu, the father of Khufu, who built the Great Pyramid at Giza. And we now have the pyramids at Giza. They were built to honor certain pharaohs of the fourth ruling dynasty of Egypt during a period known as the Old Kingdom. So pyramids today stand as a reminder of the ancient Egyptian glorification of life after death. And in fact, the pyramids were built as monuments to house the tombs of the pharaohs. Death was seen as merely the beginning of a journey to the other world. Number 28. Who is the chief architect of the pyramid? A. Hemiono, B. Imhotep, C. Djoser, and D. Khufu. And our correct answer is letter B, Imhotep. So Imhotep was the architect of the step pyramid of Djoser at Saqqara, considered the first pyramid ever built in Egypt. Imhotep is recognized as the first known architect in history and the designer of the first pyramid. Hemiono was the chief architect of the Great Pyramid of Giza, built for Pharaoh Khufu during the 4th dynasty of ancient Egypt. Number 29. Who started the Great Hall of Karnak? A. Amenhotep III, B. Seti I, C. Ramesses II, and D. Horemheb. And our correct answer is letter B, Seti I. So while the Great Hypostyle Hall at Karnak is often associated with Ramesses II, due to his extensive additions and decorations, the construction of the hall actually began under his father, Seti I. Number 30. What is a Saracenic architecture? A. Consisting chiefly of mosques and tombs and characterized by decorated surfaces, bulbous domes, and horseshoe-pointed and multifoil arches. B. A combination of basilica and symmetrical central plan. It features soaring spaces and sumptuous decoration, marble column and inlay, mosaics on the vaults, and inlaid stone pavements. Number C. Forms in which lightweight triangular or polygonal facets consisting of either skeletal struts or flat planes, largely in tension. And D. Grand tall designs, buttresses, pointed arch, vaulted ceiling, gargoyles, decorative style, and ornate. Okay, and our correct answer is letter A, consisting chiefly of mosques, tombs, and characterized by decorated surfaces, bulbous domes, and horseshoe-pointed and multifoil arches. So Saracenic architecture refers to Islamic architecture, particularly in the Middle East, India, and North Africa during the medieval period. So merong period itong Saracenic na. It is known for its ornate surfaces, bulbous domes, and distinctive arches such as horseshoe-pointed and multifold forms, commonly seen in mosques, tombs, and palaces. And that's it for our quiz for today. So you can now count your total correct answers. Congratulations for completing the quiz. Now count your total correct answers and determine your score category. If your rating is 15 or less, it is time for a more strategic review. If you want to have a more comprehensive review for the board exams, just scan the QR code here to know more about course offerings and schedule at the CBC Review Center. And watch out for my succeeding videos as well.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.